Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss one new concept, that is concept of electric flux density. So before going into this point, let me take a review on what we covered in the last lecture. In the last lecture, we discussed that two formulas: E bar due to infinite line charge and E bar due to infinite surface charge. So this is the formula of surface charge distribution, E bar. And we solved one problem on mixed charge distribution. So in that particular problem, two surface charges were given with rho s1 and rho s2 surface charge densities, and one line charge was given with line charge density rho l 10 pi nanocoulomb per meter. And due to these three types of charges, you are asked to find out E bar at 1 comma 1 comma minus 1 at this particular point due to these three charges. And we started this particular solution with this point E bar, total E bar at this point due to all these three will be assumed to be E1 bar plus E2 bar plus E3 bar, and we use the formula rho s upon rho s1 upon 2 epsilon 0 a n cap. Here only we denoted that this particular term is constant. There is no worry to use this particular term, fill this term in this formula. Only a n cap, general, in the general formula we discussed that there is a n cap here. So we have to decide what a n cap we need to take depending upon the problem. And here in this case, for this surface, it is found to be ax cap, okay, minus ax cap. So this way we solve this particular problem. E3 bar also we calculated. In case of line charge, in case of line charge, two coordinates were given for the line charge. Only one coordinate was missing, y equal to y coordinate was missing, because for a line charge or a line, for a point we require three coordinates. To describe a line we require two coordinates, and to describe a plane we require only one coordinate. So in case of line charge distribution, if we want to find out E bar, we require R bar. So to have R bar, we need three coordinates for the point, and we assume that, or we took the y coordinate of this point here. So please, I request you to please go through the previous lecture. You will understand what I mean to say. So today we are going to discuss the concept of electric flux density. So electric flux density means what? Or first of all, what is electric flux lines? Suppose this is your static electric charge of, let us say, 1 coulomb or 10 coulomb or minus 100 coulomb, anything, any electric charge is here. It is static in nature. Static means what? Suppose this charge is of 100 coulomb and its location is 1 0 comma, for example, 2. So these are the coordinates of this particular charge. That means the charge, this charge B, is not going to move anywhere. It is fixed at this particular location. That's why it is a static charge. Due to this static charge, a static electric field is created. So this electric field is shown by imaginary lines. These imaginary lines are nothing but they are going out, they are radially outward. These imaginary lines are nothing but electric flux lines. Electric flux lines. We cannot see these lines with our naked eyes, but these are used to represent, to show the produced electric field, electrostatic field around that charge. Okay. So electric flux lines. So how many electric flux lines are going through a unit surface area? Suppose this is a surface area. So how many flux lines are going or passing through this surface area? Unit surface area is called as electric flux density. Density means it is a number. How many flux lines are going through a unit area is called as electric flux density. So we will find how to deal with this electric flux density. Electric flux density is denoted by a symbol d bar. Okay, d bar. Okay. So up till now we have used various electric field terms. Which are those terms? Up till now we have studied two parameters in electrostatics: electric force, which we studied under the concept Coulomb's law. Then we studied the second term, electric flux density, that is E bar. And today we are going to study another term in electrostatics, another parameter of electrostatic field, that is D bar. So what is F bar? F bar is a parameter, E bar is a parameter, D bar is a parameter, and electric flux is denoted by this symbol, electric flux. We also use this particular term Q. Q is a electric charge. Okay, so all these terms are related or used for describing given electrostatic field. So Q is the electric charge, F bar is the electric force, which we studied in Coulomb's law. This also we studied in Coulomb's law. E bar is the electric field intensity, D bar is electric flux density. Electric flux density means what? The number of flux lines going through a unit surface area in the given field. And flux lines, this is electric flux lines. These are the imaginary lines. What is the unit of this Q? Unit of this Q is coulombs. What is the unit of force? It is Newton. What is the unit of E bar? Volt per meter. Volt per meter. We covered this in the previous lectures. What is the unit of D bar? D bar is measured in coulomb per meter square. Why coulomb per meter square? Because D bar is nothing but the flux lines passing through or crossing through a given surface area, a unit surface area. How many flux lines are going in this case? First and second. Two flux lines are going through this unit surface area. That's why in this case D bar is equal to 2 and some direction. Whatever the direction is this, whatever the direction is this, is nothing but the direction of D bar. So D bar in this case is 2 and some direction. Okay, magnitude of D bar is 2 in this case. Okay, so you understood D bar is the electric flux density. So how many flux lines are going through a unit surface area is nothing but electric flux density, density of flux. And it is electric flux is denoted by this symbol. It is measured in coulombs. Electric flux is measured in coulombs. Flux lines are measured in coulomb. So how many flux lines are going per meter square? That's why the unit of D bar is coulomb per meter square. Coulomb per meter square. So how many parameters, the important parameters we studied in this case, in this up till now, is these are the three parameters. We discussed electric force, electric field intensity, electric flux density. Okay, so from the electromagnetic theory, the electric flux is denoted, or it is described, or it is represented with this very popular formula. Because what is electric field, electric flux density? I just mentioned you, electric flux density is nothing but number of flux lines going through unit surface area. So this could be the more appropriate description of D bar. So D bar is nothing but the number of flux lines going through unit surface area somewhere here. How many flux lines are going through this surface area is nothing but electric flux density. So that's why D bar is equal to flux lines divided by surface area. So if I move this surface area somewhere here, so the formula will become flux is equal to D into S. You see, this is the formula. Flux is equal to D into S. Okay, so S is a total surface. So if you replace this total surface by ds, then this integration sign will be added. So this is the concept of electric flux as well as electric flux density. So these two are related with each other with this formula. Okay, now let us concentrate on this portion of this point. Whatever derivations we have gone through, E bar with the help of Coulomb's law, E bar, what derivation we discussed up till now? E bar due to infinite line charge, E bar due to infinite surface charge, etc., etc. The formula, final formula also we obtained in those derivations. The formula for line charge was E bar is equal to rho L upon 2 pi epsilon 0 R AR cap, and due to infinite surface charge the formula was rho S upon 2 epsilon 0 AN cap. Okay, these two formulas we discussed already. These two formulas, this formula due to infinite surface charge and this formula due to infinite line charge. The same formulas can also be applied. The same formulas can also be applied in calculating D bar. Okay, only thing you have to do is we have to multiply those formulas by epsilon 0. What is the meaning of this? D bar is related with E bar with this formula epsilon 0 E bar. What is the formula of D bar and E bar relationship? D bar is equal to epsilon 0 E bar. Let me write it in a perfect manner. What is the relationship between these two? D bar is equal to epsilon 0 E bar. So this is the relationship between electric flux density and electric field intensity. So whatever formulas you used, in place of E bar, you have to replace D bar divided by epsilon 0. You understood? So for example, from E bar, how would you get D bar? Only you have to multiply. You have to multiply E bar with epsilon 0. You will automatically get D bar. Okay. For example, in this particular problem, you are asked to find out what? You are asked to find out E bar. So this way you calculated what? This way you calculated total E bar. If you are asked to find out total D bar, electric flux density, at the same point 1, 1, minus 1, then how you can calculate? You can straight away, once you obtain E bar, then you can multiply that E bar with epsilon 0. The total E bar, if multiplied with epsilon 0, then you will get total D bar at the same point 1, 1, minus 1. So this relationship is very important. This relation describes it is a relationship between E bar and D bar. So let us take one problem. Determine the D bar at 403 if there is a point charge at of minus 5 pi millicoulomb at 400 and a line charge. So this is the first type of charge is mentioned. Here is the second type of charge is mentioned. Line charge with a line charge density 3 pi millicoulomb per meter along y-axis. Location is also given. Location of point charge is 4, 0, 0. Location of line charge is on y-axis. Remember this. And you are asked to find out D bar at 4, 0, 3. So how will you find out? Obviously by applying the same logic which we used in the previous problem. So total electric flux density will be equal to D bar is equal to D1 bar plus D2 bar. So total electric flux density at point 403 will be equal to D1 bar plus D2 bar. So D1 bar will be electric flux density due to first type of charge, D1 point charge, and D2 bar will be, it is a flux density due to line charge. So individually you have to calculate this and this, and then add these two, you will get total electric flux density. So we require the formula of D1 bar and D2 bar. So D1 bar is due to point charge. So what is the formula of E bar due to point charge? E bar due to point charge formula is, what is that formula? We discussed this. E bar due to point charge is, what is that formula? Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 r square and AR cap. What is the formula of E bar due to point charge? Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 R square AR cap. You can check this formula here in this slide. So this is the formula of E bar due to point charge, E bar due to line charge, E bar due to surface charge, E bar due to volume charge. So by multiplying E bar with epsilon 0, by multiplying E bar with epsilon 0 like this, you will get what? You will get D bar. So D bar due to point charge. So you multiplied E bar with epsilon 0. So again here also you have to multiply it with epsilon 0. Okay. So this will give you electric flux density due to point charge. Now in this formula, this epsilon 0 gets cancelled with this epsilon 0. So remaining formula is Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0, not epsilon 0, epsilon 0 is cancelled, R square AR cap. So how you obtain the D bar formula for point charge? Only you multiplied the E bar formula with epsilon 0. Similarly, you can find D bar formula for line charge. Only what you have to do? You have to multiply it with epsilon 0 like this. If you multiply this formula here with epsilon 0, this epsilon 0 and this epsilon 0 gets cancelled. So there is this epsilon 0 gets cancelled. So by multiplying with this formula with epsilon 0, you will get simply D bar due to line charge. The same logic is applicable to this formula as well as this formula. In that case also you will get D bar formula for surface charge. So either you can use D bar formula this and then calculate D bar, or you can first calculate E bar and then multiply it with epsilon 0 to get D bar. So there are two techniques. First technique is either you go on finding out E bar and then by multiplying epsilon 0 you will get D bar, or second technique, straight away you use D bar formula. Okay, this way also you can. So in this problem, in this particular problem, you can find we used D1 bar plus D2 bar notations. They used DQ bar and DL bar. Q for point charge distribution, L for line charge. So in this way also they have done it. So DQ means our D1 bar is equal to epsilon 0 E bar. So the formula is this. Just we discussed, epsilon 0 got cancelled. And you know how to calculate this because Q is given, 4 pi is constant, only you have to calculate what? R square and AR cap. So how will you get this R square and AR cap? It is very simple. You have to only find out R bar. R bar is what? R bar is a distance vector of, it is a position vector or distance vector of given point from the given charge. Okay. So this already I have covered what is R bar, what is magnitude of R, and what is R. In this case, R bar is in this particular case, R bar is a distance vector of given point from this given charge, So this is a R bar. From the first charge, what is the distance vector of the given point is nothing but R bar. So this coordinates minus this coordinates, you will get R bar. And DQ, once you get DQ, DL formula is for line charge rho L upon 2 pi R AR cap. What is the general formula of E bar due to line charge? Rho L upon 2 pi epsilon 0 R AR cap. By multiplying that formula with epsilon 0 will get cancelled, numerator epsilon 0 gets cancelled, and formula for electric flux density will remain like this. So general formula is rho L 2 pi R AR cap. Okay, so this is the formula. Here also rho L is given, 2 pi is constant, and only you have to find out R and AR cap. So how will you get R? What is the R in this case? R is nothing but a distance vector of given point from the given line charge. So this is R bar. In the first case, R bar was a distance vector of given point from first charge. In the second formula, this R bar will be a distance vector of given point from the given line charge. So R bar, this R bar is generally what? R bar is a distance vector of point from the given charge. So this way you can solve this problem. So it is a very simple problem. So at the end you will get the DL bar, means D2 bar will be this, and adding these two you will get this answer, 240 X cap plus 42 AZ cap, and the unit is found to be microcoulomb per meter square. Electric flux density is in coulomb per meter square, and the answer is in microcoulomb per meter square. So I again request you have to solve this particular problem with the help of calculator. I can explain you the logic, but the calculation, the practice of calculation, you have to do ultimately. Otherwise, because you have to ultimately solve the problems in the exams, so you have to do the practice on calculator. I can explain you the logic of the problem, and I can explain you the formula to be used in the problem. In what manner the formula can be used, I can explain. But the practice part, the practice of the numericals and calculations, that is a very important factor which you have to do. So today we will stop here. Thank you very much.